here. Again, Sam's putting on the shades right away.
Abe's doing the tongue thing.
I was doing the tongue thing. How we doing, boys?
What's popping?
Bring it in.
We're back in.
Dude,
Then there it is. Bring it in. Dabo, yeah.
Yeah, I'll say something weird.
I don't know if you if you want to. We can all say something that.
No, I'm not gonna.
Okay, that works.
Yours was good enough.
does the glasses put a weird vibe in the room?
It puts a bit of a morning radio like talk show like sort of thing going on. Yeah.
Going at you from 101 The Riff.
Coming at you live with Run the Red. What is wrong?
Dude, those get foggy. My big old heavy,
You had that sucker like
yeah, no,
it was like
my big old fat face be like steaming it up. I'm a steamer.
I gotta get some of your steam on mine.
You got my steam eye, dude.
Eli be steaming too.
Yeah, I'm steamed up.
dude. How are we doing, fellas? How we been?
Good.
Good. You fed me a jalapeno sandwich.
Yeah, how was that?
Ooh,
I was shit talking about
what?
steam.
It was like a.
Did you poop it out?
Yeah.
Was that
Hey,
fire?
what were they? Like a cheese hoagie? A hoagie with
No, they
Subway.
had steak on it.
steak, like a steak hoagie
Yeah.
with some jalapenos on it. Jalapenos.
I can't see through these things at work.
What? They had what on there?
Jalapenos.
Uh-oh. That's no good.
Just the right amount of spice.
Me goes. It's like, hey, buddy. I'm here.
I can't see shit.
It's hard. Are you getting the steam? Are you getting the
I
steam
can't see
cleaner?
shit with them on at work either.
What are you wearing for?
Cuts out the sun.
Yeah.
It's like that Mac Miller. Like you're finally comfortable to come around people.
No, the sun just hurts my eyes really bad. I'm nothing like
You ever,
that.
dude, I've had that happen to me one time before. I was like, I was like, I'm going blind.
Yeah.
It scared me.
Yeah.
It was back when me and Justin just got married and I was working at Home Depot. And I was driving to work and the sun was just like beaming in my eyeballs, right? And I'm like, wow, dude, I had to pull over my eyes. I'm like,
Yeah. Couldn't see jack shit.
dude, it was like, I was watering.
Hey, don't do
I was
that.
like, I
know-
couldn't open my eyes. And I was like, I'm going to have to go home because I think I'm going literally blind right
Did you know
now.
you remind me when you was doing that? Do you remember when you got heat stroke when you was working for the Mason Union?
Oh, yeah.
Abe's like, he can't drive, so I have to go pick him up. I pull up, I'm like, where's Abe? He's like in the front seat, like looks like he's dead. And he's like laying in the front seat, he's like, I'm fine, dude. I'm good. Everything's okay, dude. Everything is fine, man. I'm like, no,
He
you're
almost
not.
died.
I'm like, I'm gonna drive you. We're gonna get some cold drinks, bro. You don't look good.
Dude, them boys are built.
How do you
different.
do? How do you do with the heat now, though? Because it's a weird thing. Sometimes it can happen
he
with
was like-
people where it like breaks their internal thermometer.
Yeah, my internal thermometer, right?
Yeah.
And it blew.
He was not right for
It blew. But now it's like
45 minutes.
I'm not
glasses.
the greatest with heat,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I sweat like a hog, and I look like a hog too, so it makes sense.
Oh, dude, I'm a big ass motherfucker.
I'm a hogger, dude.
But, yeah, that's what you remind me when you do that.
I look like Ed Bassman. Dude. I look like Ed,
It
dude.
was like, hey, that's Abe having a heat stroke out in Jackson.
Oh, it was wild, bro. They were just built different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were different. Abe was not built.
I think he had like his keys.
I
and
was a weak
his,
man.
his keys and wallets were just like laying outside the car, like he was like.
Yeah,
he
dude.
literally
My
just,
dad
like,
had a heat
passed out
stroke
there.
back in the day. We were building that barn, and like he had a
No
heat
joke.
stroke and fell off 2-story. We were working on the roof of it, fell off 2 stories, and landed on his back out there. Yeah, it's.
I think I remember when he did that.
Yeah,
dude.
dude,
That messed him up
I
bad.
come walking around the corner, and he's just like laying in a field, and I'm just like, what in the hell is going on?
What's happened?
So I got weirdly pissed off, grabbed the freaking the ladder, just hucked it out into a field because I was just like, we're done. Picked him up, threw him over my shoulder. walked him
I
inside.
had it with this.
I did too. I was just like, Dad, because we had been doing it for like 12 hours that day. I'm like, you had a heat stroke because you wouldn't stop.
Oh, yeah.
It was wild.
Oh, I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
It wasn't that I didn't want to stop. I wanted to stop like
Yeah.
the first 20 minutes I got there. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
I know
this is not
it's,
for me.
it's like the older I get, I listen to like David Goggins and like all these people being like, just keep going. Get up
Like,
in the morning.
no.
Don't quit. And I'm like, man, I'm fucking quitting today.
And like a
I'm
lot of
quit.
those Masons are them old dudes. It's like weathered, and they'll be
They all look like
they don't wear
leatherbacks.
they don't wear
Stone.
shirts. And I'm like, I have a theory, dude. Methamphetamines, dude.
I just
Methamphetamines.
wanted to say it, bro. But for sure, meth heads.
I'm like, how are you look like you're 70
They're
years
all
old?
they're in there like
Like, I can do this all day. Yeah,
I'm over
exactly.
here like,
Telling you.
I'm weak.
I don't know if it's a theory. Masons are going to try to kill me, but I don't know. I'm like, you guys act methed out.
Dude, they'll build a house around you like fucking Fortnite.
Well, I mean, we had to have them come in here and lay brick for us, for crying out loud. Them dudes were insane.
They're
Messed up.
They're
They're
Mexicans, right?
wild.
Now, I don't,
We're
not
talking about,
all,
like,
I don't
like
know.
bricklayers and stuff's normally like Mexican dudes.
Yeah.
No, dude, not a single one. All older white dudes.
Oh, really?
Like, that's
Swear
one
to
of
you,
the ones
bro.
I've seen. Like, they're like,
I was like,
I guess that's kind
They
of
look like they're
really racist
70.
for me.
yeah, you're a racist.
they're
bro.
probably
And I
70,
do
like,
apologize.
but they're like 55. They look 70, but they're like 55.
Yeah.
I mean, the foreman, the foreman,
I think it ages you
I
for
think he
sure.
was probably 80.
Yeah, right. And he's
And
out
I'm
there just
looking
like,
at him all day. All day.
Have you
and
guys
you're like,
seen those?
mess.
They're like, yeah, so we're going to need you over here. There's like a scaffolding. Or we're going to need you here. What you're going to do is you're going to be loading up the mortar, right?
Right.
And you're putting these little tiny like bucket trowel things and you're chucking it up a story.
Okay.
I'm like, cool, how long did that last for?
like all
They're
day.
like, till lunch.
It's like it gets longer and longer because they keep going up.
I'm
too.
like, I'm up there, like, I swear to God, dude, like my like I'm not gonna exaggerate at all because like I was a weak piece of crap. Probably my fourth toss up. So yeah. I was like, I'm like, my arms are done.
Yeah.
They're noodles. And I'm like, I just look at the guy, I'm like, I can't do it anymore. He's like, I got you, man, I got you. And he jumps down. He's like this little kid, like he's younger than me.
Yeah.
And he just jumps down like monkey bars down, just drops, boom. He's like, I'm like, what are y'all built like this for? Yeah. This isn't normal. They're like,
We
we'll
don't
need
deal
you,
well
we'll
with
just
the
need you to
heat,
feed
though.
the mud to the guys down here on the ground. I'm like, okay. And then they had a little brick grabber.
how hard's that?
Well, they had these like these little clamps that go around like bricks, like not like 2 or 3. Like I'm like, I'll carry 2 with me with each hand. I'll carry 2. There's your bricks. No. Nope. No, they have a machine that clamps onto like freaking 8 of them.
So you can
And you
carry
gotta
more.
tighten it down, and you're like, I'm like, dude, this is like 150, 200 pounds, bro. I'm all like,
Oh my god.
I'm carrying it, I'm setting it down. They're like, yeah, we need more. I'm like,
Yeah, but
where's all the other laborers? They're like, no, it's you and this kid. I looked at the kid, I'm like,
Tarzan. You and fucking Turok.
I'm like, what are we doing here, bro? He's like, oh, dude. He's like, the first day, bro, I went home. He's like, I just freaking peeled my clothes off and I laid in the shower butt naked and just fell asleep like that till my alarm went off the next day. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm
Passed
quitting.
out till the
You
next
start
day.
getting older and you're like, I'm done.
I got to lunch and they're like, all right, lunch. And I'm like, okay. I go in my car and I'm like,
Yeah.
They're dying halfway.
wake up, it's like freaking 1 or 2. And I'm like, everybody's like working. I had like, look at my phone, like my, what do they call them? Your reps. Union reps. Yeah. Blew my phone up. Texted me like, where are you at? You okay? And I'm like, Jess, someone's got to come get me. I'm dying. Sam came and got me. I was like, thank you, Jesus. And I told the guy, they're like, dude, we need to send you to the hospital if you pass. I'm like, no, I quit. I want nothing to do with the union ever again. Like, no,
Maybe not the bricklayer.
nah, none of it.
None of it.
No, I'll find my own way in life.
I don't want to be in the union either.
No,
I
dude,
agree. those
those boys were they're just like,
Methed
they're
out,
just like
bro.
this. They're like this all the time. Just forearms all day. They're like, brick. They're like cranes. Their little arms are like cranes. You ever see that dude that arm wrestles?
Yeah, that's
He's always like this.
Devin Larry.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's him. He's always, the bricklayers are always like they always have like a freaking, like a trowel that's supposed to be there, but it's not.
Yeah.
Hey, man, nice to meet you,
They're
bro.
always like getting down in, like when they're like about to do it, and then they all just start doing some like real crazy shit, like getting into it.
They could probably be phenomenal arm wrestlers.
Oh yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Bricklayers?
They probably
Oh,
are
yeah.
good at it.
Because they were just like all day, bro, all day. I'm like, we started on the ground. By the time I was done with lunch, they had like 3 walls put up. They were working on the second story. I'm like, what are we doing?
Have you guys seen those the 3D print the 3D printed concrete
Yeah, let's do that.
houses? Have you guys seen
I would
those?
love to do that.
Yeah.
They're wild.
Like no physical, right?
have-
Like
they're pretty
hey, I'm
seen
I'm in the
Yeah.
union. I'm a freaking bricklayer, but all I do is just press a button. I'm like, woohoo!
No, Abe, this
My
thing,
freaking fingers like 2 of these.
Abe,
My bro, I'm good at digging it right now.
this thing Bino's talking about is crazy.
I've
Like,
seen it. It's like a little thing that lays.
Yeah, it basically like it extrudes the concrete out of this like
Extrudes.
hose, and basically like it kind of runs
goes
this
back.
pattern. Yeah, and basically makes it kind of how they like the filament 3D printers work. Because I've done a little
Let's
bit
do
of
that.
work with those, and it's like on a large scale. It's like, well, if you can do it with concrete, I mean, you could build a whole, Apparently, they're supposed to be making a lot of different houses and stuff like opportunities and stuff like that with them. But
Do it.
it'd be interesting.
they have those weird, like,
Give
they
those,
look like
give
Lego
those
homes.
freaking bricklayers.
They
a
just
break,
kind of pop
man.
together, but it's like a log
Imagine their
home.
backs.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
can-
I've seen some of them.
They're
Yeah.
like this. They're always like,
yeah.
they're like this, right? Gonna lay some bricks today, boy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, are you alive? Are you okay, bud? And he's like, I'll be okay in a minute. He
They're
goes
always
to
like
in
doing
the
lots
Porter
of pills
Johns.
and like shit like that.
The Porter Johns, bro,
on-
were
they have to.
awful.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
Awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like little nudie drawings, like little ding dongs, all
Yeah.
like
You do not
drawn
wanna
on.
walk in there
All
with a
I'm
black
like,
light.
Ting dongs.
we're at a school, guys. This is like we're putting bricks up for a school here. Wild. And there was like toilet paper stuffed, like whole rolls. Like one was stuffed up high, and there was like all over. Like they just and they had like little names written on them. Like, oh, so these are your guys' like
Shit
butt paper.
paper. Damn.
And then I looked down inside there, and I was like, whoever this is, I don't think they're alive right now as we speak. They're dead.
Yeah.
Why?
Them turds and whatever came out of them.
I'm like,
I don't think there was a
was it
solid
a
turd
dark
from one.
hole
What's going
full
on
of
down
blood?
there?
It was disgusting.
Dark.
I was like, I just was like
shitting their
looked straight up,
insides
and I
out.
just peed, and I'm like, I am not built for this
Now,
at all.
you could have at that
And,
age.
and dude, when I was done that day, I went back and I got a freaking pedicure on my freaking nails.
Why?
I didn't.
Okay. Wait.
I'm a biatch.
No, you could have got used to that.
No.
No.
No. I'm being real with you. No, never.
Yeah.
Never. If I would have to be a meth head, I'd be doing some hard
Yeah,
drugs
to keep you going.
to keep up with those.
That's
guys.
that's what I'm saying.
And
Because I've seen
I
a few
don't
in
like
my
drugs.
day, and I'm like,
I hate
damn.
Yeah. No.
drugs scare me.
Those guys are all a lot of the workforce that I've ever worked with doing like real
Wild.
shitty jobs. Everyone's like really on some serious shit.
Yeah, and they're not.
They were always so blown away that I was married. They're like, "You're married? When'd you get married?" I was like, "I was like 20." They're like, "Wow!" They couldn't believe I was married for like. They were blown away. Joel had the same kind of stuff too. He was like, they were like, "How? What? Like, bro, you haven't even lived. You got married at like 20? You're crazy." I said I was crazy. Like, hopefully you did sign a prenup, huh? Like, I plan on staying with her forever, bud. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
meanwhile,
I
these
was
savages-
so uncomfortable.
Yeah, these savages can't hold a relationship for more than 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's,
No.
Their drug
They were
addiction and their work
Because they
life.
had nothing to say to me ever. Like, I wasn't not interesting, but the moment I said, I was like, yeah, they're like, who are you? Like, there's something about, like, you got any hot AWS, or whatever. And I'm like,
Ass.
I've been married.
yeah.
They're like, dude, you're married? I'm like, yeah, I was been married for like 4 years. They're like, whoa, wait a minute, bro. They're like, you got married when you were like 20? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Guys start
They're
caring
like,
about
that-
shit.
They're like,
That's
that,
dumb.
they're like,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
sucks. And I'm like, I'm actually pretty happy with it. And then I'm like leaving. I'm like,
You guys are all
those guys.
It's like
man.
you guys all suck. You guys are all real unhappy.
Miserable turd.
And you,
But it's like, it's very weird because I've had that happen a lot in my life. People just do not understand people getting married at a young age anymore. They're like, bro, you haven't even lived. I'm like, I don't want to live. Like, they're just so weird.
But also, it's like, what does it matter to you what I'm doing?
Right.
right.
It's like I'm,
Like, think about all the women, man, you missed out on. I'm like, I don't care. Like, I look at dating and I think, dear God, put me 6 feet deep, bro. Like, my wife, I can sit there and pass gas. I can freaking pick a book and flick it, and she'd be like,
Pass
gross. But I'm
gas.
like, yeah, you know what? Hey, man, this is what you married, man. Don't care.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, they were blown away by that.
Yeah.
They were shocked, utterly shocked. And, like, not just one dude, the whole crew. It's like, dude,
Well, on
hey,
average,
Abe over here, he's been married since 20. And the guy's like, hold up, bro. Setting everything down, coming over like, you're married? I'm like, yeah, dog.
Take a look at this asshole.
I'm like, I'm a piece of shit.
I married my love, and I can't do masonry. This is like this ungodly. I'm getting the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Is that what you're thinking?
Just get
Like,
married.
no, get divorced, like all of us.
They all were like, everybody.
Pick up a habit
Hope you signed a prenup.
and don't
I'm like, no.
Every last one of those dudes has probably had 7 failed marriages.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I think a couple of them told me like, "Yeah, dude, I'm on my 3rd."
Yeah,
I'm like, "Wow."
One dude killed
That's
his
great.
wife.
Yeah, buried her in the cement.
But I wanted to be like, yeah, and whoever pooped in that porter potty, you're gonna die in like 2 years probably.
Hey, Pedro,
He's
was that
not
you?
around now. Yeah.
It was wild. Just a whole, just like you get into a
Like a
place and you're like,
subculture of people.
this is not for me.
It's a world of
I'm like,
shit.
I want to get out of here.
Yeah, a world of shit.
Because I did one before, and it was just cleanup. And it was like at the same school, but it was just cleanup. Like we were just cleaning up. I mean, we had to move a lot of heavy crap and just school crap. It was like nonstop all day. Like you didn't get time to like chill or nothing. I'm like, all right, this is cool. I'm making 20 whatever something dollars, and 25 an hour, I think it was, or something. But then they're like, hey man, that job ended. And I'm like, cool. And like, you ever go to a job? You go to a job, right? I'm sure everybody's had those stories. You go to a job, and you're young, and you're like, you have no clue.
Oh yeah.
You're like, what am I supposed to be doing?
Oh yeah.
No, and these guys have been doing it for years, so they're like, hey, it's new kid, F them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares? So I come in, and it's like the job that like we're cleaning up. I'm like, oh, this is cool, And my union rep told me like, yeah, just go there and then help them or whatever like that. Like they're just like they don't tell you the type of info you need to know.
No.
Yeah.
So I come in like the weekend and they're like, oh, thanks guys, appreciate the help and stuff like that. I'm like, cool. So I'm like, I'm showing up on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I pull up in my car, get in, and I go inside. They have these the little trailers, like that's their short trailers, like a work trailer. Everybody goes in, and there's like office space and stuff like that. And they're all sitting around the table, and they're all looking at me. I sit down, and I'm like, "What's up, guys?" They're all like, "What's up? What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Working." They're like, "Ah, no, dude, no one told you." Like, no, like that was done Monday.
Yeah.
I mean, Thursday, and I'm like, oh, my bad. And I'm like, right on, dude. And I'm like, I just was like so like weirded out. I was like, sweet, I'm done. See ya. I got in the car and I was like driving home like, mother trucker.
You walk up to him like, job well done, sir. Thanks. Walk out.
Yeah, like, appreciate the time, man. He's like, well, dude, we could pay you for gas and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, I'm good. It was
I'm
just like,
leaving now.
no one ever told me. Like, this was like a 1 week thing and done.
Yeah, no. That's how it always is with that type
Didn't
of
tell
shit,
you
dude.
nothing. I'm like, wow, it was just like the whole experience sucked.
Oh yeah.
Every bit of it.
Any training you ever get ready for in a new job, it's never shown.
It sucks.
It never shows.
It's
you the shit you
terrible.
did.
Well, dude, I was telling Eli about a job that I had when it was one of the first times I ever worked in a factory, and they were like, I come up in there and they're like, all right, cool, you're gonna weld these spots like 70,000 times a night, and you're gonna sit here, but they're like the guard is broken here, so there's just gonna be sparks of molten metal shooting out at you, and
They're just trying to act normal.
And on top of that, I started
You're
looking
like,
around.
it's all good.
I started looking around at everybody else. All their shirts had holes in them.
So you're just like your eyebrows are going. You're mustard.
It's just like,
It started doing it like, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, fine, I'm gonna do it. Right? I'm like, I'm an early dad, and I was just like,
I gotta put some food on the table.
dude, I start doing it, and the sparks are flying out, and it like just immediately melt the hole in my shirt, and I'm wearing one t-shirt, that's all, and I'm like, so next thing I know, I got like burn marks on my belly and shit, and I'm like, I look around at everybody, I'm like, I am done. I'm not doing this.
wow.
No.
What was like, there was no solution for that? That's just what they did? They're like, all of them did this?
They just said, the guard on it, because apparently the way it was designed,
It just
there was
broke,
like a guard
huh?
at the bottom that was like supposed to catch all of the ink and the
It
sparks.
got melted.
And no, they just like it broke, and they just never fixed it. And they were just like, yeah, we just don't have a guard for it anymore. And I'm like,
Everybody's just
look around
burning.
and everybody's got holes.
Good day at work,
they all-
boys.
they all
Look
just
at your
said-
belly button. It's burned.
they all just said you're gonna get burned. That was
Wow.
their answer. Was just like, yeah,
Yeah,
we're
you
extra
said like
shirts.
everyone was avoiding the job too.
And like you, like,
Like,
so
put
and I
the
was
new guy
I was
on.
the newest dude, and so
Yeah.
they're just like, yeah, you have to. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm not.
Like, I'm out.
It kind of reminds me.
I've done that a lot in jobs.
Remember?
See ya.
Any
Hey.
factory job I've ever
Factory
Tried.
jobs suck, dude.
I was every one time I'm like, ooh.
You remember the
Fuck
Mississippi?
this.
We was in Mississippi, and they use no guards on the skill saws.
Yeah.
So you're just like, "Wah!"
Well, you were holding up the nail gun. Sam's like, and
No.
he just steps down.
that
And it
too.
was like,
So they use no guards on nothing, which is the stupidest thing.
Jesus. Yeah.
So the nail guns,
He's like,
I'm
"Yeah."
like new to this. I'm like, I just kind of trip. I'm like, and the freaking dude's explaining what we're doing, like the boss.
Yeah.
like it's quiet time. Everybody.
He grabs it from me. He's like, yeah, those are dangerous. I'm like, yeah, dude. And then like,
You mean I could just fucking pull this thing off?
and he's like, yeah, we don't use guards neither. It's real. It takes too long. So he's like cutting boards, and he's like so like done
And
it so
flips it up.
he just flips it up like that, and the blade.
And the blade's still me.
Like that, right?
You're like,
So-
yeah, this is a.
I'm cutting wood, and I'm like, I forget, and I kind of move, and luckily I was wearing a hammer pouch, and I'm like on like the scene, everybody can see me, right? Russ see me across the freaking house, and I hit my pouch, and dude, like foam and like freaking like hard leather, like just ripped my pocket out. I was like, and just like shot off like 20 foot in the air. I'm like, oh my god,
I got hit in the head.
I
with a
couldn't
chimney.
believe it.
We were loading a chimney up on top.
Yeah.
Remember, I got blasted in the
yeah.
head.
I forgot about that.
Boom!
I
I'm like,
remember hearing about that.
I'm sitting there
well,
like,
he's like, Abe. He's like, everybody stop. He's like, Abe, are you okay? And I'm like,
Not
yeah,
okay.
I'm good, dude.
Yeah.
And then like me, Sam, and J Dub, that night we were like, we all like huddled up, right? Hey, bro, you guys ready to get the hell out of here? And we're like, let's go.
so we like
now.
literally snuck in the S10 and drove all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, 19 hours.
We was there for a while though, but it
We
was,
worked a whole week. We got paid.
yeah, like and like the thing that when I gave
Bro,
my,
I just tell it how it is. I don't care. Like, if
Bro.
I lasted a day, I'm done.
you remember when I shot myself in
Don't
the
care.
finger with the nail gun?
I heard about that.
Yeah. Because like they didn't have guards, and they're like, "Yeah, we call those bleeders." That's what he would tell me. Well, I'm like, "Well, like fix it, dude."
He's got a Mad Max on.
He's like,
No, dude, just
I don't know.
yeah,
Fuck
Mad
it.
Max.
he was cracked.
Yeah.
He was
He- no,
he was
coke.
Shit.
coked out.
He
was
him and one of somebody we don't want to name. We don't-
Big
I don't
time
know
coke.
names.
But he would like so you would put the frames together, window frames, and put it up. But he would have to like instead of doing it with like a hammer or like a weight to move the wall, he would take his hands and go like this and ram it and chimney it. So if you had the nail that would blow down,
Yeah.
it would be through the thing, and he's in here just like grabbing this wood like this.
Hell yeah, dude. He's grabbing
And
shit out
he
there.
was showing us how he does it, and someone gave him a bleeder, and he goes, wham, dude, and he like freaking hits his finger, and then I shoot myself in the finger through the wall, like my whole finger like turned black and just like, oh, can't feel it. And Russ is like, you need a tetanus shot. I'm like, I'm not getting no tetanus shot.
Falls off, it falls off.
But that guy was out of control, dude. I think back of that, I'm like,
Oh, dude, they were all coked.
coked out of his mind. Like,
Coked.
we call
They're
those,
like, oh, we're starting to die. It's like
we call those
4 in the
bleeders,
morning.
boys. We call those bleeders.
And I'm just like, I don't move at this
on, dude.
pace.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to go home.
I don't do this stuff.
I'm sitting there like shooting myself with nail guns, about blowing my leg off with a freaking skill saw. I'm like,
It was wild.
and all of us
Wild
from Michigan was like, I don't know why they don't use freaking guards
Yeah.
and safeties.
Yeah,
know,
look
you're
at
like-
shit.
You know, you put it, click.
Yeah.
These things just like shoot it like a freaking machine gun. You're like,
I think those things are technically illegal now. Like, I don't think you're actually allowed to use those ones anymore. But like, by
They probably
by
weren't
code.
even then.
no, they
either.
took them off.
I know, but like, it's not. I'm pretty sure. Well, in most, I don't know what state
Yeah.
you guys were doing.
They probably
it,
have
but
some, yeah. Because I'm like, oh, you took the blades off the
Yeah.
saws on purpose.
yeah.
I'm like,
they
"Oh,
did.
you guys are just so daggone good. You ain't worried about lopping a couple.
But
Yeah, it's just-
yeah, dude,
It was just horrible.
horrible experience.
Yeah, and it was like 108 degrees.
No, dude, I think we hit like 100 and freaking 50.
No, No, it was hot. It was like, and the guy's like, "Oh, you think this is something?"
Just skin is
Okay, like
flaking off.
118 here. I'm like, later.
That's what they say. Like midsummer, it hits like 118.
Cool.
I'm like, dude, Mississippi can keep all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
And it was already that hot. I'm like, ooh, I will pass out and probably die from the heat like that.
There's places out west that I've been where you're like on a hot summer day you're just like hitting 110, 120. It was like but then some places like Arizona, for instance, was like had a very weird dry heat where it was like it didn't have the humidity that like how Michigan.
Yeah, I've heard that.
We have,
that would
like-
be interesting.
It's very because you
So you just like
feel that
you
hot.
breathe in, you're like,
Yeah, like dust. Whereas like Mississippi was
Everything's
like
dry.
really
Yeah.
like swampy. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
you got that
Like
swamp butt.
live inside your
I live on
hotel.
swamp ass even in the winter. I have a wet ass.
Dude, Eli, you would just Eli in Mississippi, bro. You would just be
Eli
like,
needs a man pond.
Oh,
you probably
man.
wouldn't do laundry. You'd probably just sit there and like freaking
Just be gross all the time.
wash your clothes with your own sweat.
Yeah, dude, I think I'm made for the northern type of shit. You know,
Me too.
Some cold winters.
It sucks sometimes. The
great.
winter does suck sometimes, but I'm way more built for that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Then-
I don't like the cold in any way, shape, or form. I'm not a
Me neither.
fan.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I mean,
But would you do better, Abe, in the heat or cold?
I do better in the heat.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Like as long as I'm not like laying brick.
I feel like a damn vampire. In the sun.
It sucks to walk around in the snow though. Like if you have to do something.
I don't. I'm in home. I'm in the house all the time. I'm like, this blows. Like I want me to go slide down the hill. Like, go back in, have some freaking hot chocolate or something. Like sweet. It was
Sipping
cold.
on that hot cocoa.
Listen to
boy.
Mariah Carey.
My freaking beard just freezes and like icicles. I'm like, this sucks. My tits are bouncing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta lose the weight. Oh, but yeah. That's ridiculous.
Hey man, it is what it is, dude.
Dude, that's awesome.
Hot and
stuff.
cold.
Hey, everybody, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications. Do it.
Note of that.
Yeah, we do it.
So you ever hear them people like, smash that bell notification?
Yeah.
Just smash that like button.
Because at this point, I think we all like it. We like doing this.
What?
I enjoy podcasting.
I hate
So
every
it's like,
minute of it.
hey, like if you want to, yeah, do it. You should. But,
No.
like,
Podcasting sucks.
right? Because if I didn't like doing, it, I
What
wouldn't
you
care.
do? Like, don't you guys hate people that always are haters?
It's one of my
Yeah.
my least favorite traits in a person. Like somebody that hates something like everything that doesn't ever have a good word to say. I have no time for you.
Like, oh yeah, you're like, okay, buddy.
Hey, you got.
I know exactly what you were saying.
Yeah, they're just it's nonsense all the time.
Yeah.
Or know-it-alls. Can't stand know-it-alls.
No, well, Mr. Know-it-all.
Oh my god! You tell them something like, "Oh yeah, all right, I know." Like you just make something up that's totally not even true.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Yeah, man, what about this?" And they're
Start
like, "Oh
test-
yeah,
test-
dude, it was a great show." Like this show never
Start
existed.
testing levels of how much of an asshole they are.
It's like
Like fake juking them.
playing I Spy with Mila today,
Yeah.
and she's like not picking colors.
Oh yeah.
She's just like not even paying attention. She's like red. I'm like just naming everything. She's like, yep, that's it. Because she don't even. She's,
She's
not
like
even
writing her
playing.
back around in circles. She's like, actually, no. It just depends on what she wants to tell you, no or yes. She's not playing by the rules at all.
That's a kid though.
Yeah.
You know.
There's grown people that do that.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Like grown.
Like they're
grown.
only in it for their side
Oh yeah.
of you. Like I'm gonna tell you how this or that.
Dude, fucking this and that and that.
Which we're on a podcast, but we let everybody talk. You know.
No. We should bring.
Hey, if you
guests on.
can't talk, no talking.
We should
we
bring a
sound
guest
like-
on and just talk over him every
we-
time.
we
Like,
sound like
so,
a-
man, like I heard, and he'd be like, you know, man, be like, hey, so, dude, let me tell you about this story, dude. They'd be like, I'm never coming on there again.
We sound like a bunch of chicks gossiping. That's what we're doing. Me too. I do it all the time.
Like, what do you mean, right now?
Yeah.
Oh, like because we're on the pod doing this?
no.
Podcasters are gossipers.
Dude, sometimes don't it feel like anything that you say
That's
is going to be
just-
held against you in the court of law?
No, that just goes to everything.
Freedom
It
of speech,
sucks
baby.
that, like, I will say, like, when I knew, like,
just
people
see
started, like, we knew started watching us, I was like,
That's what I'm talking about.
The
Yeah.
awkward conversations. that
Like,
you've
dude, I
had with-
checked out your pod. I'm like,
Check
"Great.
your pod,
Which
did
one
ya?"
was it? Was I acceptable? I hope so. You know? So I'm like, I am redeemed. Dude. But yeah, no, that was a whole different.
So, anyways, I was talking about anything you say is going to be held against you in the court of law.
Yeah. You're like, hey man, I checked out your pod the other day. Like, sweet. What was I talking about? My boobs bouncing?
They're like, yeah.
Well, and it depends on how long, because like at this point. But imagine like 2 or 3 more years in. Imagine the dumb crap that we will have said.
Oh,
by
dude,
that
I've
point.
said so much shit that I
But then I'm
refuse
saying,
to
give it a
watch
couple
it.
more years. Like, give
Dude,
it
I'll
like
go
3, 4,
back
5
and watch
more.
our very first episode that we released to the public, because there are some that are not released to public that will never be released
Yeah,
to
for
the
sure.
public
Yeah.
ever.
I agreed.
But I go back to the very first one, 001.
The fucking, where the virus started.
You were like,
I know you keep reminding me that I'm a fat fuck. It's okay.
I
you
look
guys
at
keep
Eli.
telling
No,
me.
you didn't look healthy. You just look like gray.
Oh, really?
Like, no, you didn't look like. I'm just joking. But
No,
I
I'll
was
take
like,
it, bro.
is that Eli?
Roast the shit out of me, dog. I'll take it. I'll put the glasses
I
on.
look the
I'll take
same.
anything you got to say.
Yeah, I
Old and just droopy
Bro, I
boobies.
just look chubbier and more still like shit. Okay?
I don't think you do, bro. You look fit.
No. Dude, there's actually like fit guys out there. You see them.
You know what bums me out is
gotcha.
Righteous Gemstones is done.
Yeah, we were talking about
Dude,
that.
did you see Baby Billy
Done.
giving this motivational speech to the cast?
Yeah.
I
Shit almost made me cry.
Yeah, when he was talking, he was like, "I'm done.
Oh,
I
that-
quit, y'all." That one.
No, it was behind the scenes.
Oh, it was like a real.
Dang. Oh, Goggin.
Oh, Goggin.
The Gog is coming.
The Gog man.
That's what it was.
Walter Goggs.
Yeah.
No.
Walton Goggins.
Walton Goggins. God almighty, dude. Names.
I think it's Walter Goggins.
God, I love that.
Dude, I remember I worked with a guy. Well, we were talking about work again, but there was a guy I worked with. I think it was at Kroger's. Dude, I was terrible with names because I was like so like awkward all like throughout my whole. I still am very awkward, dude. You know what I mean?
I am too. I get it.
But he told me his name, dude. And I was like, I asked him his name like freaking probably 10, 20 times. He's like, bro, I told you my name already. And I'm like, I know.
I just want to know.
I just like walked away. I'm like, I'll never remember.
Because as soon as you talk to him, it's always like you have to talk to him. And you're like, damn, what do I do? I'm like, what's your name again? Even
Yeah.
you get it as soon as you get it. You're like, oh, cool.
Oh, when anybody tells me their name, that I'm like, and the interaction is very weird for me. All I hear when they say their name is like, yeah, man. And I'll be like hiding outside. Where's this guy at, bro? What's wrong with me?
Oh no.
I think we're all just a little weird. Like it's.
Oh, dude, absolutely. Like I seen Joe Rogan talking about homeschoolers one time,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, yeah, I get that, brother.
Yeah.
I get that.
I got fucking 5 scoops of that shit.
Yeah.
I was always like smoking a whole bunch of weed out in the parking lot of any job I ever went into, and I always went in there. I was like, well, I'm not supposed to be smoking weed. Pretty much my whole life. Any job I went into, you know, smoking
Oh, dude,
weed.
we talked about it on the pod like when, because we homeschooled like my whole life.
Yeah,
You know, loved it because I got to do what I want to do.
yeah, but we're definitely odd.
But then I went to Pittsford school, and I was like, oh, this is weird. I want out of here now. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, just odd. All
Anytime
all
my
the way
tried to
around.
put me into anything.
Yeah.
I was like,
The
you
guys just showering with each other. Just dinghies a flopping. I'm like, is this normal? They're like, yeah, dude. So I was on the football field. I'm like, bro, there's things swinging. I'm like, get me out of
yeah,
here.
locker rooms in general, I've run across it.
dude.
Locker
Oh,
rooms
yeah.
in general,
Like, as I got
it's pretty
older,
ridiculous. Like one thing I noticed is I'm like, why the fuck you take your pants off and then start talking to people?
that's odd.
Start the
Very odd.
conversation,
Very odd.
get all dressed up,
When your dick's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do
get
it.
figured out
Yeah.
Yeah.
real quick.
Just people are too comfortable. Like,
Yeah,
Don't
dude.
don't get
Just way too comfortable.
Don't get naked and come over and talk.
Yeah. No.
I'm fucking out. I'm gonna walk away.
Well, dude, when I did the, I talked about it before too, is when I did the ice hockey thing. I was, I drove the Zambonis. There was like male locker rooms on the left, females on the right, and no doors.
Yeah.
You know, like easily could have, like if I was like a peeping Tom, I could have like went and looked in the women's and easily have seen them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They're like, oh, dude, you know, you need to go down there. Locker room 12. They're, you know, they got done and they just had brewskis and stuff like that. Just go pick up the trash. I'm like, yeah, sure, dude. I'm pushing the cart. I'm like, dude, I'm bad up, bro. You know, like, what's up? I'm here to get the trash. I walk in, old dude just blowing his balls with a freaking blow dryer. I'm like, whoa,
Blow drying his balls.
just blow, like he had one leg up on the bench, just talking to
Fluffing
his
them-
buddy, and he's
fluffing
blow
them old
drying
gray
his
hairs.
ball sack and ding-a-ling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, buddy. And like they're showering and dudes just everywhere.
Yeah,
and they're
dude.
like they're like 50-year-old
Hey guys,
men.
can we stop it with that? Like that whole like
I'm like,
I can remember. So when I was in football, like when I was playing high school football and stuff like that, they'd be like they'd all be doing that. We'd get done with practice, and
Did you ever see blow dryers?
Oh, dude, there'd be so many.
so
people
I'm
doing
not.
so
So I
many weird
wasn't
things.
crazy, right? Because he's blow drying, and he was blow drying his butthole too.
Oh, I believe you.
He was
for
in
it.
the back, dude,
Yeah.
and he had hair. Like it would be like taking this and just attaching it to his butt cheeks,
Dude,
and
I-
like the blow dryer was just like blowing in the
velvet.
wind.
Dude, I walked in to take a piss one time into like one of the stalls, and there was like 2 stalls, and this other dude came in. This guy was fucking close to 400 pounds. He's like, "Oh, you came in here at the wrong time, Eli," and he sits down and just starts unloading fucking World War II into the toilet. I was like, "I'm not even gonna finish peeing. I'm actually gonna get the hell out of here."
You were saying about
I opened the door. I walked out and washed my hands. acted
Football.
Like I peed. I didn't. Do
So
nothing.
I would just leave. So like
Heck yeah.
that's how I got. So like by the time like when I was doing because I didn't do like the earlier on football like junior high or whatever, but then like so by the time I was doing football, I was like out driving and stuff like that, and I was like, cool, I can either go into I can go into this locker room with 30 other sweaty dudes just hanging freaking dong.
Yeah.
Or I can just hop in my truck and go home and take a shower there. I'm like,
Right.
That's what I did.
Let's
I
do
was
that.
like, cool.
So I
I'm
did
cool.
gym
I'm
all
cool
the
with
time.
that.
I got the hell out of there. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I'm not sticking around.
There were some gyms I went to that had like a sectional shower,
Yeah.
and you get away with just taking a
Absolutely.
shower.
That-
I'd use that.
I-
Anytime I got to get fucking donged out in front of fucking everybody, I'm not doing
30
that
other
shit.
dudes are just like,
No, not doing it.
explain to me how this isn't gay.
No, for sure.
I'm
Sure.
just
It's
like-
very odd.
Yeah.
That's how they make all. Yeah, exactly.
I just was like, okay, so like when I went to Pittsburgh, I got yelled at, and he's like, strong.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, dude. And he's like, why ain't you in the shower? So I'm like, I just got mad. I'm like, no.
Leave
He's
it
like,
back
you
to-
talking to me?
Yeah.
Principal's office now. I'm like, cool, bro. I went and hit up in the bathrooms upstairs. I was like, I'm not showering with these guys.
I've been nose to nose with that same a-hole. I know exactly what
That
you're
guy
talking about.
sucks.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
So I'm like watching out the windows. You know they had the windows.
I'm not showering.
I'm not showering with 40 naked guys. I wasn't. And I like freaking seen the school bus pull in. I ran downstairs and I get in there and he's like, oh, you're kind of early. I'm like, yeah, they let me out early. I'm like in the back of the bus, like
I'm either here or I'm walking home. Yeah.
one of the two.
Yeah.
So done.
Yeah, like Joe Rogan said, us homeschool guys, I guess we're fucking weird for shit like that. But I'm not doing that either.
Yeah, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm not looking at anything like that, and I'm not being part of that. Because then, because I kept going to school there for like another week,
Uh,
and I had mom. I'm like, nah, I'm not showering with these
the
dudes.
coaches eventually like,
So-
look, son,
Well, no, the
you're
cool
gonna
one.
look at my dick first.
You look at mine and get used to it. And I'm like, please, no. Oh, God. But
I'm gonna look at yours next.
that's ridiculous. So he let me go in. Like he'd be like, hey man, he'd be like, strong. You like the other coach. I don't know who he was. He was cool.
Yeah.
He was like, you can go in, and I'm like, sweet. And I go in there. It was like only 2 minutes early. So I just like dipped my head inside the shower. I was like, yep, I'm showered up. So I go there, and then I got a bunch of Fs.
Yeah.
I was like watching. There was this one fat
They got
kid.
a bunch of F's.
This one fat kid, and I'm like, man, I've never done this type of homework before. So I look over, and he's like writing all this stuff down, and I write mine down, and I'm like, I think every bit of that's misspelled.
I cheated off everyone.
And then I got
I
my
never did that shit myself ever.
I got
I really
the
didn't.
report card in or whatever it was, or it was like
I'm telling you
it
the
was
truth,
like
damn it.
an F, and then it was like they wrote notes about like what are you trying to say here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I told Joel and his buddies like Alex and Donnie and freaking Ryan and all these guys, and they're like, dude, don't copy off that kid.
Yeah.
Like he's not good at school. And I'm like, oh right, on, right. on. They're like
Copy off
any
Alex.
girl you see in class, go ahead and copy off them.
Chick's way
I'm like,
smarter.
oh, I didn't know that.
I was there was like words on the page of like the book. I was pretty young, I don't know, but they were saying like what word starts with C on this book. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they're like, first I'm new kid, never even been there. I'm like, cat. They're like, they're like, no, you got that shit's in the book. You gotta like figure out like a bigger word. Than fucking cat. I'm like, damn. I'm like fucking way too old.
Yeah, I go,
They told me-
Cat. Yeah, dude, it was so.
Pretty shortly after
It was a shocking moment in my life that I was never used to.
Yeah,
I was like I was thrown into like a lion's den.
yeah. I
And all
know
these
what the
kids
fuck
were
was
like
going on.
feral, dude, and I'm just like I'm sitting there like on lunch and I'm like just like crying like I want to go home. Our sister was clawing the principal. She went straight up feral, and dude. She like was like I remember seeing that. Her
She
freaking
did, I
like this
forgot.
Mib's hair was always just like
Yeah, insane.
Gigantic.
yeah, and I like walked past and I was like, no. This principal's like, he was a super nice dude. And he, like, she was just like holding on to mom, and the guy's trying to peel her off of him, dude. Oh, bro, I was like, I don't know her,
It's our little sister. She's
bro. I
crazy
felt
as
like
shit.
that, but I was older. Bro, it was wild.
I went
man.
back and forth between like 1.5 million schools. It was one of
So
those.
you were just like, it is what it is.
No, and I went homeschooled sometimes too. So I was weird as hell as well. It was just I would like. That's why I always was kind of a weird loner because I'm just be like, cool. I'd come into these places and I'd be like, who the hell is everybody? Oh, by the time I was 10 years old,
It's just like somebody else's pissed off dad. You're like,
yeah. By the time I was 10 years old, I was like, I had moved school so many times that I was like, oh, none of you are going to be here next year. Like, I'm not going to know who any of you are.
Right,
So
right.
I stopped like kind of paying attention to who people were for a while. I think that's why I'm still kind of that way a little bit. Where like Eli can attest to this. I don't pay attention to like, other than if I think somebody could be
names
a
that
threat.
names. You know, don't pay attention to people.
No, dude, I'm like, who are you again? I don't
ever.
I'm bad with names.
That's
too.
all right though.
Yeah.
We're just built different.
No, I take a lesson from that myself. I'm like, I shouldn't be remembering all these people.
Well, like I always give it that props where I never like followed nobody, like a trend.
I don't even know what that was.
No idea.
I'm like a trend. I'm like I wear
like
DCs and I skateboard.
Like this group
Yeah,
of people
I was
hang
just like
out.
a little.
You know,
Oh, like this, I'm skateboarding my. Check that out, bro. My ankle! I'm like, Mom! Mom! She's like, Abe, you
How
sprained
many
it.
times have you broken your ankles?
I don't know.
Because I broke mine quite a few too.
Yeah, my ankles were toast back in the day.
but I was
They're good
homeschooled
now
for
because I figured out I needed to
I was
quit doing
homeschooled for the
that.
most part too, like the majority. But I went to like
We went to
You
Lincoln.
played sports and baseball. And you actually did some.
Went to Lincoln.
Lincoln, and we went to Romulus.
You did good in Lincoln.
You did.
Romulus?
You got in the newspaper.
Dude, you worried the hell out of me though.
I hated Lincoln.
Abe scared me because you were wild, man.
Yeah.
And I was like worried about Abe. Like, man, I hope he's.
Well, I
doing-
remember like going to Lincoln, and they were doing like the sex ed thing or whatever it was.
because they wanted to put you
My
on
mom's like,
Ritalin.
because my mom, you know, Christian. She's like, oh no, ain't gonna happen. No. So I'm like they're getting ready to watch it, and I'm like, and they tell us what it is, and they're like, strong, you gotta come with us, and I'm like, like I'm just weird now.
Yeah.
Like I'm that weird. Like we had this weird girl in class. Like she had this real like poofy hair, and she had like lice. I'm like her now. Y'all gotta watch the birds and the bees, and I have to go sit I'm sitting in the cubicle by myself.
Oh,
and-
I got put in special ed.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that didn't take long at all.
Like, hey, bud.
Okay, this kid's idiot. We got to do something about
Oh,
this.
if I would have stayed much longer, they would have done the same to me. Then I'm like, hey, buddy.
I think that's why it's weird, but our the way our school system is set up, especially for that's why they actually say statistically, like it's set up so much more for female students. That's why you see so much academic, growth in female students. Whereas like nowadays, even if you look at the numbers of like boys in school, it's like they're all plummeting. It's because the way school was designed, it was based off of all like the Prussian model or whatever, where it's all kind of like
chicks with smart,
Yeah,
and guys are kind of fucking idiots.
because we're wild. Because like dudes are kind of savages,
It's like
for
what
the
Mike
most part.
Rowe was saying. Like, it should come back to trade. Should be like a bigger thing again. Like
100%.
because like he's like, there's not even like shop no more and stuff. Like kids can't like build. Like if you have
No.
a certain like, you're not gonna go that way. Like,
They
in
didn't
a
have an
cubicle.
outlet. Yeah.
Yeah, like we can teach you how to do other things, but they're like leaving.
Yeah, like we was driving
all these
earlier,
jobs are leaving.
and I said that lake that I seen over there. I was like, when we were kids, we would have explored all of this.
Oh yeah.
Now, if my kids went out there and did that, I would get in trouble because
Yeah.
you
You
kids
would
can't
have
be out there.
CPS called in.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is wild to me because like I think about some of the stuff that I did as a kid,
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude,
You
I'd
lived
be-
outside.
I'd be in some backwater place that I didn't even know, and I'm just like in a swamp.
Yeah, we
somewhere.
were sledding down a
It's like
trash hill.
Down a trash hill in Ipsy, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You
Just
remember-
like, we're like,
We're like swimming
I'm
in the
like-
water on the way up to it, and it's all just
like,
like,
hey,
coming
me,
for the trash hill.
that's a garbage bag full of poop.
Yeah.
diapers
And like
Yeah.
going,
We sledded down a damn big old trash hill.
Yeah, we did.
Going
that's
through,
how,
like-
that's how hillbilly we are, guys.
Apple Ridge and Ypsilanti, Michigan.
For sure.
Like I should not be in Apple Ridge right now.
Or
Not at
like
all.
Oh yeah, then there was the ghetto,
Just wandering
trash
around
hill
like,
or
hey,
like
I'm just-
shootings. You know,
you remember falling into that
It was
creek
getting crazy.
that
Oh,
we broke the
yeah.
ice on? We
Black
lost your dad's
muck.
hammer.
yeah,
Black muck.
yeah.
That's all that was.
Yeah, it was so bad. Like,
Disgusting.
you just sunk in like freaking so
It was
far
snow
up.
too.
Yeah.
we were like, oh, we're gonna ice skate back
Dude,
there.
that's a
Like,
journey.
Just froze.
Dude, I've had dreams about that shit. I live my life kind of based on that shit. That was like one of the coolest journeys I've ever had. in
Oh
my
my
life.
god,
we had some
adventure.
killer journeys, bro.
Adventure.
Yeah.
Some of those frogs were 3 eyes and freaking 12 legs and stuff, but it was
Some of them were
fun.
homeless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we lived out there. We would freaking
Built
build
forts.
forts
Yeah.
and stuff, dude. It was so much fun.
Remember-
We played the war games. Just a bunch of kids out there with
Beating
the
the
big
hell out of
sticks.
each other.
We
Big
come out
spray
there, our
painting.
fingers are like this. We're like, you guys want to play the war game?
Remember when someone melted the playground?
Remember when we
park?
were spray?
That was at the Belleville Park.
Yeah.
Remember we were spray painting fake gang logos?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
We were the skulls.
Skulls.
We were the skulls were like there's be somebody like spray paint something. We like spray paint it out.
Yeah.
And like the skulls. Like, we met the guy. He's like, I don't know if you guys know no skulls, but I'm gonna be cracking some skulls.
yeah.
I'm like,
Well, I'm gonna go get my cousin Matt.
Yeah.
we like
He's gonna beat
scraped
the
it
shit
off.
out of
We're
you.
like, we're not the skulls anymore.
Yeah, for sure. We were like, nah, it's cool.
Like, oh, dude, hope you catch him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got out there. We're like, hey guys, let's get rid of the fucking paint cans. Start playing more games. I don't give a fuck about that.
Not at all. I'm like, that's not something I'm willing to die for.
No, not at all. But
But we thought we were cool. We were like, dude, man, what we should do is get like some jackets and put like a skull on it, bro. And we're the skulls, dude. We're like around, like, I don't know. Why?
Yeah. Because you're 11 or
Well,
12.
it's so much
like,
fun.
Yeah, but there's like 45-year-old dudes out there like, hey, dude, like this is my fucking playground. Like, yo,
Yeah, you're like, oh, okay.
This is where I do my meth.
There would be, oh, man, I was going to say something. But go ahead.
No. It was, remember them one kids that always said shit to you? What were their names?
Oh, wait, which house is this?
In Ipsy.
I had a lot of people there.
Because the guys were like, the
I
guy
was
was
a
like,
hell
he goes,
of
I
a-
don't know about no
the-
skulls, but I'm going to be cracking some
In the
skulls.
trailer
Those
park?
guys?
Yeah. They might have been like the same group of dudes that hung out over there.
Yeah. What about them, though?
Yeah. Them, guys- yeah they're-
Oh, yeah.
I
they
didn't
were
like them either.
insane.
Because like I was older than you guys. And them dudes were, yeah. You don't know who they were?
Hey, you remember?
Oh, their names? No. I
remember,
had no idea.
Hey, you remember?
We used to know their names.
Remember Duncan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duncan screwed us over.
Yeah, we gave him like
20 bucks.
20 bucks. Yeah,
Like, yeah, bro, we want a dime bag.
we wanted
He's
trying to buy
first time,
dime bag.
first time he hooked us up.
First time, I
then
wasn't
the
there
next
for that,
time-
so I just only
like-
was there for the rip-off part.
Yeah, and then the next time,
I never wasn't there for the first
he
part.
was like,
so
"Yeah, I'm going to Apple
really
Ridge.
still
I'll be
burns
back."
my fucking ass about it. but-
And we sat around and played hoop till like 4 a.m. We gave this guy our money at like 7 p.m.
Remember, he was like,
Like,
trying-
oh, he's gonna. He's gonna come back, bro.
Oh, yeah. All day we're like, yeah, it's gonna,
We're like, bro, we'll just all of us just roll up into Apple Ridge, bro. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
Duncan, where's our? Like, oh, he's coming, dude.
Yeah.
He's coming.
definitely not going
Never
over
came.
there.
The weirdness
Never
of,
came.
The weirdness of buying weed when you're like a teenager before it was legal, and like I mean, it's not technically.
It was
legal,
crazy,
but-
dude. I thought my life was gonna be over.
Oh, dude! So many times where you'd think you're gonna get caught by a cop or something like that, and you're like, oh. Dude. And I remember being that. I think part of the reason why people got so paranoid off of weed back in the days because it was like you're always afraid of getting busted. You're like,
It was wild.
Because in Ipsy, it's everywhere, and it was illegal then. So
Yeah.
you had to like go off and be a stupid kid.
Right.
Way out in the woods.
Hey, dude, you feeling it yet? Like, no. Feeling it?
Just a bunch of fucking leaves.
oregano.
It was wild.
Different times.
And then like coming out, like we moved out here to the country, and the mom's like, "Yeah, you guys are gonna go to school." We're like,
What the
"Nah,
shit?
we're not
What's
gonna do
that? Yeah, what is that?
We have no idea."
Shul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild, just insane, dude.
Yeah.
I met this guy today, delivering packages. Old guy again, and he just was like, "Yeah, man." And he had like this high pitched voice, and he just wanted to talk. And I'm like, "Oh, dude, I got the podcast tonight, bro. I'm trying to get done quick."
I'll deliver to him.
Yeah. He's like, we went up to the El Chorritos, and I'm telling you, there wasn't any tables anywhere. He's like, I'll pay extra. I'm like, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
You just want to bitch about something.
He's like, we went up to Johnny T's up here, and they were closed at like 2.
Can I? I just want to say this as a PSA
like,
for
"Let's
everybody. Can we stop just like telling people random stories that don't amount to anything?
Yeah.
Like
He's like,
Right.
oh, there's so much money to be made right now on this day, on
that stuff-
Mother's Day. By the way, are you a mom? Jess is like, yeah. He's like, Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I'm like, who are you? Here's your package, dude.
Yeah.
Bye. I got in the car and shut the door.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And Jess was like, well,
Yeah.
so you have a good one, sir. And he's like, yeah, just then Jess shuts it. I'm like, who? Well,
You have the right to do that.
I do.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Right, 100%.
It
I
is.
got a podcast.
Yeah.
See ya. He's telling me about freaking El Cerritos being packed. He's gonna pay extra.
Who cares?
I'm like, you're not paying extra. I'm gonna be real with you.
That's where he's sticking. You're not paying extra.
He's not.
No.
Son
He
He's
did-
he's saying that, you know.
He's just bullshitting.
That's what he's doing.
He's
Like,
wasting.
shut up.
He's wasting your time and his time because he wouldn't pay extra.
Well, those dudes like they're retired and they just want to talk because they ain't got
Nobody
nobody
else
off.
to talk to, and their wife has literally figured out a way to tune them off. If their wife is still alive, they're just like, oh yeah.
That's what Jess told me. Jess
"Oh,
is like,
there?"
yeah, imagine his wife.
Oh, yeah.
She's in there like, oh God, Fred is just he just never shuts the hell up. He never does. God Almighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it blows my mind. But dude, I've ran
And did you
into
hear
some
crazy
chatty
stories?
women too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like
oh,
the
it goes
weather's
both
out here
ways.
so beautiful.
It goes both ways.
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, all of a sudden I talk about the weather now. I talk about the weather.
Yeah.
I like, have a great day. Enjoy this beautiful sunshine we're having.
yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's so good today. It's like, it's supposed to get cold. I was like, I seen that. Cold front's coming in.
Yeah.
Better put some tarps over your bushes for them to freeze.
Small talk sucks balls. Like small talk is is the worst.
It's like,
thing in the world.
here's your package. I just want to be like, take it and just throw it.
Football chuck.
Like, boom.
Huck it in there.
Like, see ya.
Yeah.
Peel up out of
And,
it.
like,
You have the right to do that.
you probably run into the same ones, and you're like, oh, I know this.
Oh, they know me now. Oh yeah,
Hello, sir.
I'm their delivery driver, and they're like, "Hey, how you been?" The same. I seen you yesterday.
Same shit.
Same thing. One guy's like, he's like, "I'm gonna have to invite you over for dinner." I'm like, "You better freaking not." He told me that.
Because I'm gonna have to send
Down,
you a
he's
note
down your
declining.
way. I want to name the road, but he's down there like, so here's your road. He's the next one over the dirt one over there.
Oh,
If anyone ever,
Yeah, this house over there.
if
I'm
anyone,
gonna invite you over for dinner, and I look at his wife. I'm like, she's gonna eat it all.
If anyone ever sends me an invite like that, I'm gonna write out a letter saying no, I can't come, and I'll send it to them.
Just full.
Actually, I can't come. Sorry.
Yeah.
Leave me
Yeah,
alone.
that would put you in a weird position because you deliver to this guy like, what happened to you on Saturday?
Yeah.
Abe's gonna be like, oh, I freaking broke my skull.
I'm just gonna tell Jess, like, drop me off at the end here, and you drop that package off, and then come pick me back up.
Yeah,
I'm
fuck
like,
yeah.
I just had things come up, man. Please don't invite me no more. Leave me alone. I've had 3 people tell me they're gonna invite me over for dinner. One lady's out there cooking chicken, which looked great. And I'm like, oh, what you cooking? She had never done that. She's like, you want some? It's almost done. And I'm like,
Yeah, let me come in your fucking house,
like,
stranger.
no. I'm like, no. Like, there's a lot of people out there that will leave like if they order a lot of stuff online, they'll leave like little boxes with water or some snacks, and I'm like, thanks, thoughtful, but I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
It's like I'm like grab him, like, and I hear him moving. I'm like, oh, running.
Abe, the best.
I don't want to go in your house. They would probably catch
Nature
me if
Valley
the food
Bar.
smelled really good. I would probably go and just get.
You would. He like, hey, yeah, you guys got room for one more?
That or if there happened to be the whiff of a hot chick anywhere around there.
Yeah, I'm like, well, what's going on here?
Eli's like, I'm moving in.
They don't speak English or anything like that.
The best ones though were the people that just put the sign in, like just put it in garage.
Oh, I love those
I'm like,
people.
that's awesome.
They're like, yeah, just push the door and put it inside the
You just
garage. I'm
open
like,
the garage door and you just set it on a table. And
I'm like,
cool.
take a photo. I'm like,
perfect.
see ya, I'm out of
Yeah.
here. But no, you get those ones over by the lakes.
Yeah.
They're like out there raking their yards,
Because that's their whole
happy
and
life.
it's like, and it's still like winter, but like coming to be spring.
Yeah.
They're out there like, I'm like, man, really? We're doing this?
Dude, I'll be honest. I'm not raking leaves ever in my life.
Oh,
Dude,
Dude,
hey, but what did I say
that
about
jacket.
laundry earlier? What did I say about laundry?
Yeah, I remember.
Laundry?
I'm not folding laundry.
Oh yeah, full
Eli's done folding.
I'm done. I'm not folding laundry. I don't have time in my life.
He said, I don't have time in my
Shove
life.
it in a drawer somewhere, or in a bucket or
Buckets.
something.
Like buckets.
like fistfuls, and you just ram it.
Yeah.
My kids are like, Dad, where's all my clothes? I'm like, they're clean. Go find them. If you want to separate them and take them and put them away,
Eli,
go ahead.
you should go.
I'm not sitting here folding tiny little fucking tiny this big.
Especially little tiny girl clothes.
What the fuck am I
Yeah, and
doing?
you're just like, it's this big when you're done.
No. And I'm not breaking leaves either. I haven't done it ever since I've
No,
left
dude.
here. I'm not
I
doing
break
it.
leaves and I don't like it.
No.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Everybody
I don't enjoy
else just gets raking, and I'm like, just like looking at them like, my shit will just look worse.
I'm just gonna wait and then mow it and then just churn that stuff up into.
You know, that's what I'll do. That shit. I'll fucking hit it 10 times. Bam, gone.
Yeah.
There was this
Mulched.
not to cut that off, but there was this old lady I was delivering to, and she's like right over here by you. I won't say the name, but she orders all the time, and I drop off there. I dropped off there today, yesterday. I mean, like the last 5-6 days, and she wears these pink like headphones, and she's like 80-something years old.
Yeah, okay.
And I see her
Crazy.
coming. I see her coming to the door. I'm like.
Oh, yeah. She wants to talk
So
to
I like
fuckers.
scan the package and I'm handing the package. I'm like, here it comes. She's like, wait a minute. Like, I'm not kidding you. This is what she did to me. Wait a minute. And she's like, I'm like, where's it at? She's like, that's too small for a big bunch of money. I'm like, no. You got me. So I'm like doing to her. I'm like, so I just look at her, I'm like, yeah. Here's your package. And she's like, I'm like backing out of her driveway. And she's like, I'm like, go in the house.
Stop.
But that's what she did every time.
Hey,
That's too small. Where's all the money?
that's what she's listening to.
I'm like, yeah. Like she had me walk into her house to drop off this big thing of water. And I'm like, are you gonna kidnap me?
What does it smell like in there?
Cigarettes. Like pungent. Like the walls were dripping with tobacco.
Oh yeah.
And there was
Liquid
there
tobacco.
was
I've
little
been,
dogs,
I've
walls are
been in
bleeding.
places like that.
little dogs everywhere.
Usually there's something sick in the walls you can hear.
Yeah, it's like
Silent
You're like,
little
you look
monster.
back and it's her husband on oxygen. He's like, just put it over there. I'm like, bro, you got to stop.
He looks
He's
like
got-
that
yeah.
dude at the end of
Get
season.
off.
You guys
Yeah.
remember that dude at the end of this True Detective season 1 that's just like all deformed to the bed and shit?
Yeah.
He's just like over there. You're
That's
like,
her
on a
husband.
Ventilator.
Well, like the
what
dude in the
hell?
wheelchair from The Hills Have Eyes with the big old fucking
Oh,
pumpkin.
his freaking his dome piece.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That sucker's like freaking pulsating.
a huge, big
football.
tick head.
Like
Tick head?
Yeah, you know what,
I
dude?
thought you said tick. I didn't know what you said.
yeah, tick head. That's
Tick
what.
head.
Yeah, disgusting.
dickhead.
Dude, shit like that haunts me. I probably they make movies like that. I wonder how crazy those people are
In real
They
life?
make those
Yeah.
types of movies.
to make those movies.
Oh, for sure.
Some of the movies that I watch that like completely disturb me for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this motherfucker, someone made that shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That was
yeah.
in their head for years.
Yeah.
Like, you know what
Before,
we're gonna make? We're gonna make it to where women get beat to the brink of death.
Which one was that?
Martyrs.
Martyrs.
We talked about in the
Oh,
last
the
one.
human centipede.
Like,
You know what we're gonna make? Only way that you
and
can.
she's like, her eyeballs hanging out, and you're like, buddy, she's done.
I watched.
She's like,
I
got a
watched
couple more.
the Dune movies. Have you guys seen these?
New ones? I haven't seen them
Yeah.
yet. Are they good?
Yeah. I like them. I think the special effects is crazy looking. In it.
Yeah.
I really like the look of them, and the second one, dude, like was better for me.
Yeah.
The first one's cool. It's like a lot. There's not a whole lot that happens, but it's good. It looks crazy, and the second one, I probably like it even more.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's rare
have to check
too.
it out.
Saying that you like one, the second one better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of times people are like, nah,
The
dude,
explosions.
the first.
It's like Star Wars.
Second one's
but
usually
different.
always
Well,
similar.
Like their
Dune-
guns are cool.
Well, and I think with Dune because it was meant to be like a series like that, like because that's how the original or not the original, but the what was it? The last version they did was a HBO series, the one they did in the '90s. Yeah, they did the one with
See, I
because they
haven't
had
seen-
they had Sting in it.
Okay, yes.
Have you guys seen
I haven't
that
seen
one?
the original Dune, which
Yeah.
is weird.
The
Yeah,
wrestler.
then
The movie one.
Did you say the wrestler?
Yeah, Sting the wrestler.
No, Sting the
the police.
musician and singer.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was in the I think no he was in the.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know Sting the wrestler or the singer. Who's the singer?
No, I think it's probably just
The singer's from the
Fields
police.
of Gold, like
Let's sing a
Fields
song.
of Gold, the singer of the police.
Every
He
breath
looks
you
like he
take,
could be a
every
wrestler, though,
breath
right?
you
Okay.
take.
Or has he got like 80s crazy hair, makeup and
especially,
shit?
especially in that movie, he's got like then
You never heard that song? Roxanne.
Yeah, but I
That's
don't know.
Sting.
I don't know what he looks like at all.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Like
Anyway, no,
shit.
they're cool though, because like I like the idea. It reminds you of Star Wars in a way, but different.
Yeah,
So I'm like, that's cool. And it's its own
I'll have
world.
to check it out.
You like Star Wars? Are you a Star Wars fan?
The,
Okay, I'm gonna
the
put it out there.
originals
I'm gonna put it out there.
all day.
I think Star Wars kind of is gay.
Okay, now which ones? All of them?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No, you don't like the Star Wars at all?
Not really, man.
I love him, dude.
Dude,
See,
Han Solo.
I love the original 3. The prequels were kind of hit and miss. Like they had some scenes that were cool, some things that were
It's
absolute dog
Anakin.
crap.
I have the high ground.
Yeah.
He's like, I hate you. He's all like,
Dude,
don't
I
like
can't. I
Shan.
hate those movies because of like
Same.
things that I don't want to go into.
Christensen
Because
sucked balls in those
yeah,
movies.
it was
Yeah.
like I'm like, wow.
I don't like
Qui-Gon
Shan.
Jinn. What's that?
I don't like Shan.
It's
I remember the things they raced were cool.
yes,
Pod
master.
racers, yeah.
Pod racers.
In the first one, yeah.
And the idea of the
I
Sith.
like Darth Maul. Darth Maul.
Darth Maul was tits.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so that's our choice to play.
remember-
It's
you
not
remember,
gay.
dude?
There's parts I like, parts I don't like.
That's what I'm saying. It's because there were like in
There's
the
parts I like,
prequels,
parts I don't like.
But then,
That's
the
fine.
new ones, the new
Darth Maul
trilogy-
was cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The
saying.
villains were sweet,
the first
dude.
three, man.
Grievous,
Darth Vader, Darth Maul.
yeah, Count Dooku was cool, you know.
Bag,
But
freaking
but
New
then the
Hope.
newer ones, the newer like trilogy,
yeah,
those were dog crap.
Yeah,
like
no,
I
those
watched-
weren't good at all.
I watched the first one of
Pass.
those, yeah, and I was just like, I'm good. Like,
But I could get it though. You like, they are old, 1976 or 77.
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks was kind of fucking.
He's like, me, I baked it. You're like,
I'm like,
who? Why?
I'm like, what? I'm hanging out with my brother Abe. Exactly.
Yeah, so over here acting a fool.
You'd have been better than Jar Jar Binks. In
I
that
think
shit.
he, I
Yeah,
think
they just
Lucas
put
was
me in
thinking
there. I'm
about
like,
selling.
I was homeschooled.
That's what we need. We just need to strap you with like the Gollum style animatronic stuff, like all over your face, and just animate Abe as some sort of crazy creature or something.
Did you smack it the fuck out that?
I keep
He's
whacking
like,
with my hand.
bang,
Oh,
bang,
hey,
ding, ding.
you remember me telling you
I'm
about
playing a song with
Rebel Moon?
Oh yeah,
The Zack Snyder movie.
you loved it.
Dude, what a
You and-
hog shit ball. In it.
You loved it.
No, that's why I watched Dune. I'm
What
like,
a- say
please
goes-
give me
say
something
goes,
that's good.
What a hog.
I believe him.
That's a hog.
Dude, it is.
And he's a
Oh, and it's Rebel Moon. It's Zack Snyder. They got like
Hey,
300
see,
dudes.
what
Oh,
about
was it the one that came out on Netflix that was like supposed
There's
to be
something
the
weird
new
with
Star
my
Wars?
neck. My
Yeah.
neck.
And like his movies
oh.
look awesome.
Yeah.
Like and I was like, came left and
poor
was like,
Mike
I was like, I'll give it a 5.
spittled up.
Dude, that movie's like a 3 if it's lucky.
Sam? What
The
about
cast was just god awful.
Sam? What about
Some of the
Gladiator?
worst
Sam,
ones.
Sam, Gladiator 2. Gladiator 2.
Oh, like that.
You guys see that?
No, I just passed.
No, I
I
didn't see
passed on
Dude,
it.
Denzel Washington. was in it.
I love Denzel, but I'm passed.
Bino, straight up, this will deter you. Bino,
Denzel
like,
Was he good though?
No.
no, he didn't fit in the movie
Nah.
because he could not say it.
Dude, he was like, "Yo, what up, dog?"
yeah.
Dude,
What's up,
no.
Rome? How y'all
That shit
doing?
was not good.
No,
he did not fucking do any. Everybody
like-
else,
King Kong
yeah,
ain't got nothing on me.
No. And Denzel's one of the best.
Same
if
shit.
I
Not,
love Denzel.
Wow.
But-
oh yeah,
but
Denzel's like
not in Gladiator.
dude,
2.
but me and Eli's watching this movie. The dude, they're gonna have a fight,
Yeah.
and they put a gauntlet on,
Dude
and they're
punches-
beating the shit out of each other, and there's no blood.
just
They're
hammering
just like,
each other in the face.
just like, I'm
and
like,
they're just
is
like,
this
keep
Gladiator?
getting up. And keep getting up. No one's getting any damage. I'm like, they got
they're like
gauntlets on.
fooling each other. I'm like, did you guys even watch
They're
the
like,
first
right.
movie?
Do you guys watch UFC?
gotcha.
Do you know what
Yeah,
regular
dude.
fists can do?
I got you.
Let alone a gauntlet.
straight up.
Just solid steel. Yeah.
Like pow, and they're like, I think at the end,
like,
like literally,
Ooh, that's a good one.
they stood side by side, and the guy had like a black eye,
Think about
Nice.
brass knuckles.
like a light black eye. I'm like,
Brass knuckles are like a tiny.
And they're like
version.
gauntlets have spikes on them.
Yeah.
Seriously.
they're like,
It was-
"Huh."
dude, it was so.
right in your eyeball.
I couldn't believe what I was watching.
I was like, this has to be on purpose.
I couldn't
It's
believe
like,
it. I
are
couldn't
we,
believe it.
we in a fantasy movie now? I think
And it
you
looked
know.
insane because it was Tony Scott.
Yeah.
It looked crazy.
People name
Not the fight
names that I
scenes.
don't
I'm like,
know.
I don't know what happened.
Who is Tony Scott?
I don't fucking know.
What else did he do?
I don't know. I don't know anybody named
God,
Tony.
you got it.
I don't know
Ridley
anybody
Scott, he's
named
done,
Tony, bro. Nobody.
Did he do
I
like
don't know anybody
zombie
named-
movies?
No, he did. Man, now you got me on.
Shows you what I know. I know nothing.
It wasn't one of the
Dude,
Alien,
Silicon Valley,
the first one.
Yeah, you've been
made
talking about
by
that.
Mike Judge, the creator of Beavis and Butthead. There's no woke bullshit. I've watched 5 seasons. Ain't not a fucking dude kissed. No dicks in the show. Nothing. Dude, seriously, it's a good show. There's none of that
check
bullshit.
it out because you've been telling me about it, and it,
Yeah.
like, it looks really like it sounds pretty cool. Actually,
It is. It
It
cracks
sounds
me
pretty
up.
funny. I'm gonna have to check it out.
What is it called?
Silicon Valley. HBO Max.
Never seen.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but he's been telling me about it, and I'm like,
Alien.
I need to check it out. I've been
Blade
looking for a new
Runner.
show, especially now that.
Oh, Blade Runner. Like the old one.
To find a comedy show that doesn't have any woke shit in it is nice. I've watched, like I said, 5 seasons.
Yeah,
Black Hawk Down.
Not a single dude is
Ooh,
kissed.
Black
That's
Hawk
hard to
Down.
find a fucking show to where you
Black
can
Hawk Down's good.
go 5 seasons without a dude kissing in it. It usually goes woke. Did you guys hear that shit about what's the name of that show? It went super woke with the girl that like said she was having a son and stuff like that. It's not The Last of Us. It is The Last of Us.
See, I haven't seen those.
Did you hear about that?
I seen the first one.
the first season there was a bunch of gay stuff in it too.
Well, now that they went way more woke than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was curious if you guys.
They're getting
seen-
hammered about
I never played
See,
it.
that's why I was curious if you guys seen Dune because I've watched those shitty movies,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, I don't know if I'm just overhyping Dune
I've heard
or
people
because
say
it's
a lot
actually
of good
done
things.
good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think I'm just overhyped because I really enjoyed them.
I haven't seen it.
And the
no.
second one was
So it's I should watch it then, Dune?
yeah.
Okay.
If you like movies,
I fucking love
If
it.
you
I
like
mean-
movies,
I don't.
Dude,
but you might. Not
I'm a
like,
dad, bro.
You might not like it though.
it's like, yo, dude, me resting on a chair somewhere watching a movie, count me in, bud.
I act like I'm like doing a lot of this shit and
'Cause
staying
Eli will
busy,
do that.
paying bills and stuff. I'm kind of fucking not doing a lot of shit sometimes, and I'm kind of just chilling.
Because Eli,
I'm watching movies.
Because Eli, like sometimes I don't know if he'll see something, and I'll mention a movie, and Eli, and I'll mention like some movie that came out that I seen.
Yeah.
And Eli will be like, "That movie sucked." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Dude, I mean, if it sucks, it sucks.
So that's why I was like, Dune. I'm like, I don't
no
think
good,
I'm
it's
overhyping
no
it.
good.
I'm just
Nah.
curious if it's, but
Well, but Sam, you like fucking.
I seen the
you
first,
like
the first
crazy
Dune. I
stuff.
lied. The first
yeah,
Dune
you
was
like
great.
You
yeah.
didn't see the second one? I thought you did.
No, I did. I did see the second one. Yeah. No, that one was good too. I
The-
liked
what-
both of them.
Which one did you like more? The second one had a lot more.
Probably the second.
A lot more like stuff going on.
Yeah.
Action. And
The guy, the
explosions.
Skarsgård's dad, he's like the main villain in it. And he like gets like in this big old pit of like goop.
Yeah.
He comes flying out. He's like really fat. He's like,
He's cool as hell though.
What's this song? Dune.
yeah,
Oh.
it's good. They're making a game. Game's coming out
Yeah.
Dune Awakening.
next month.
Could be interesting. I read Dune, like the book back in the day when I was in high school, and then like I
I
watched.
had no clue they made a book about it.
Oh yeah.
No, that's where
Oh, yeah.
it came from. It was all came from the Dune novel. I'm trying to
The
blank on
writer,
the
yeah,
author's name, but
He's pretty popular, dude.
Yeah, but I cannot remember.
You may
it
have
off
even
the top of my
actually
head.
heard of it if we could remember it.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, like say, it's been a huge franchise for a while. It's just they've done a couple of different versions of it, and it always kind of missed a little bit.
Yeah.
So that's
I mean, there's stuff into that I'm just like, ugh. But is it overall like
You still read books?
tears the movies down?
Of course he does.
I love.
I don't
did-
fucking
yeah.
read books.
Yeah.
I don't read anything.
You don't read nothing?
Nothing that I don't have to. No.
Oh, like what about like read on? You just scroll
Text
through videos.
messages.
You don't like get on like you don't read like articles or nothing.
I get
I'll read
one or two
articles.
lines in maybe. And
Oh,
if it
okay.
catches me, maybe I'll keep going.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean I don't like to read books.
Yeah,
I'll
am
definitely
a-
read like a graphic novel.
It's
Yeah,
a dying
that's what
art.
I'm more of a short. If I'm being completely honest, what I read mostly is short stories.
Oh,
so
nice.
I mean I've read a decent amount of books and stuff like that, but I'm not like a huge novel reader. But I am a huge fan of like short story horror fiction. That's kind of my.
I listen to a
That's
lot
what
of.
it. I've been reading a lot of graphic novels lately. That's what I want
Nice.
to tell you. I got
Yeah.
the Spawn
Got a
First
nice one.
Compendium.
Oh, nice,
Dude, it's like 1,200 pages and all.
It's-
yeah.
it's sick, dude.
Is it
It's
like,
like-
the first main run of Spawn?
Yeah.
Like that. Nice.
It's,
like
it's cool.
5 books.
And the artwork is
Oh, dude,
phenomenal.
friggin'
Yeah.
McFarlane's art. and-
McFarlane.
So I've been going.
Drop them names, bud.
So I've been, yeah, he is.
Awful.
I've been going.
You know what I
hard.
want? Is I want every time I do that stupid face, I want a dip pouch hanging from my tooth. So when I go, it's just hanging there.
Yeah.
But dude, like things
Yeah.
haven't been
Yeah,
like.
that'd be sick.
I'm gonna say like things haven't
That'd be badass.
been like hitting that itch certain like movies is harder. to
That
find.
one itch you got to
But-
pinch and roll.
You just read
Your
a
ball sack.
graphic novel.
No, he's
This
talking about the
is
itch.
kick ass.
Oh.
Here.
Yeah.
You got to pinch and roll.
Oh
that.
yeah.
I'm
That.
There's
loving.
a couple different
Oh
ways.
yeah. It's a great
back.
great run.
No, just in reading of graphic novels. I dig it.
That's another series that they never were quite able to get in live action, like the,
Right.
tr-
Oh, yeah,
try to
remember the
do a-
movie?
Yeah, and they've done various different animated versions and things like that. And
The
some of
HBO
them-
series was cool.
yeah, it was better, but it still still didn't quite capture it.
Right.
It's but I mean,
Yep. So like I've been reading like more again.
nice.
What I do is I listen to a lot of like comedians and stuff, or like podcast people telling fart jokes and a bunch of dumb shit like
I
that.
love
but
podcasts.
inside my head, I'm like going through hell and back.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't need to read about shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like inside of my own brain, there's a bunch of weird shit going on.
Well, that's why you tame it with like reading something because it does do that.
Yeah, it's
like
probably-
focuses on something else.
Yeah.
Other,
Well,
other than that.
I watched the recent one with it was Two Bears One Cave with Mr. Ballin. You guys seen him? You guys know about him?
I don't know about him. You were talking about him earlier. I don't
Mr. Ballin, he tells like all these like these kind of crazy. He wears his hat backwards, but it like you get those people that tell these stories and like he doesn't show their face, but it's like creepy music or something like that. Well, it's actually him, and he's talking about it, and it's like he's telling you and describing to you like it's never been done like the way he did it until like he started doing it.
Karate chop.
But no, he was just really cool. Like I liked it. I like his stories. I followed him on. He's almost
What's
got
he talk
10.
about most?
Just like
Strange.
crazy like scenarios that happen, like how people die. Like this one, like he was talking on, like Tom Segura was asking me, he's like, so like, what's something? Like, is there one that sticks out to you? And he told him, yeah, there's this one like he doesn't like to talk about, but it's on an oil rig. I don't want to talk about it. Like it's a whole story, but like they're out in the ocean drilling or something like that, and this guy got pulled up. They call it a rabbit hole, and there was a guy that was like a maintenance worker, and his pelvis got pulled through it. So
he's
like,
like-
but he tells like these scenarios, but he like explains like the story all into detail.
Yeah.
Mr. Ballin. I mean, he's
have to look him up.
they're getting ready to hit. He just said on Tom, they're getting ready to hit 10 million on their YouTube channel.
He told the
But anyways, I'm sorry. But the reason why I was wanting to tell you about him is because he showed on Tom Segura. He had a book out, not a book, but it's a graphic novel. It's called what was it called? It's
Mr. Ballin.
yeah, Mr. Ballin, but it's like it's like a creepy graphic novel. Like it's like these little hidden in the dark. It looks cool, but he has the first one out, and the second one's going to be coming out soon.
Okay.
I was like, ooh, I'm going to probably get that because I love Mr. Ballin.
I like the pictures.
I love the artwork. You know, like it tells its
I'll
own
read
story
shit
within the
sometimes. I'll
story.
read it.
No, but I get that because like as an artist, like I do enjoy that is another whole element. Like Mike Mignola, the guy who created Hellboy and stuff like that.
Never knew that was his name, but I just went with it.
Yeah,
I fucking don't ever know what these guys.
Mike
Bino knows
Mignola.
much more about
Yeah.
artists like
Mignola.
comic book art.
Mike Mignola.
he was basically like, and he actually ended up putting out like a whole art book with it. But he both wrote the whole thing and drew all of the stuff, at least for most of the runs.
That's
and so it was like again highly impressive feat on both the writing and the
Right.
the art side of it. So and from that angle, I'm always fascinated by people who are able to figure out some sort of way of like creating something that goes that long.
And I've always been into comics and stuff like off and on.
Yeah.
But it seems like I'm going headstrong into it. Like I'm digging it because
Yeah.
movies kind of suck now.
It's all woke shit.
No, but going back to Mr. Ballin, one of the
I'm like,
craziest.
where's kind of like some like borderline racist jokes and like some titties in the show.
This brought to you by this episode that is canceled.
all these shows just show dicks.
Yeah.
Show more tits in the show.
No, one of this Mr. Ballin stories like blew my mind. But he was telling a story because Bino's asking about a story. This one, there was this cult that I can't remember where they're out of, but this cult, and he had this cult leader had them so brainwashed that they believed that he was everything. So like if they would get sick or if they would get like cancer or they get tumors, they would trust this man to operate on them. And like
Like a
try to
surgeon?
take tumors out, and he had no medical training.
Oh my god.
He's like sitting there like cutting into people, like trying to give like fuses, like bone fuses, and like doing like delivering babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, but like that, like
I mean,
all his stories, like they're not all
Babies
like that.
dying.
But there's like one, like this
But-
one guy got trapped in the back of a car, and he like the son like baked him and killed him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I suppose
Oh, okay, got you. You guys were talking about that guy that tells
Mr.
the story.
Ballin.
That's
Mr.
the
Ballin.
story of it. Oh,
yeah, so he tells all these.
Yeah.
But dude,
Dude, he's got like video after like.
I have to check him out. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
could you
cool.
imagine like Mr. Whatever I have, like my heart's palpitating or whatever, and he's gonna and he's
Palpitating.
and he's gonna cut into you,
Yeah.
and you're gonna allow him to do that.
Yeah, that would be wild.
he's just like hitting a big old.
Palpitating.
No, but it went really quiet, and Sam was like,
Yeah.
he goes, my heart popped day. You were like, dude, we were working on
I'm a little special sometimes upstairs. I'm telling you.
it. Like palpitating.
I know Bino's always there to help out.
Whatever that word is.
He goes palpitate.
That kind of stuff blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that word,
somebody
bro.
that somebody would like let. Well, I mean,
I don't say that shit well
I
either.
mean, I'm like, a part,
Palpitating.
yeah. A part of it is like, I don't even like, it's so crazy that I'm like, I don't even know if I believe that.
yeah. It's. I mean, cults, dude.
could you-
they're weird?
Like, could someone talk you?
Oh
like,
shit, we're into
get
cults
you
now.
so
Okay.
brainwashed.
You're
that
there,
you could do
Ethan.
that?
We're talking to cults.
Yeah, you're there with us, dude.
Dude, so Jim Jones,
Yeah.
coolest cult leader alive. Elvis of cult.
Oh wow.
He is not alive.
I mean, I don't support cults by any means.
Yeah, not alive. No.
I don't think cults are really good.
I don't know, dude.
No. But I'm just like, because I'm wondering to me, I'm like, could someone like brainwash me or hypnotize me into a state of letting that happen? I don't think I.
I think the government
They
kind of does that to everybody.
Yeah, maybe that, but I'm not like some guy that says he's the Messiah.
You come over and said some shit about. I think you've got brain control on X and other social medias.
Huh?
You see him come over and be saying some shit. I'm like, damn, that sounds like some shit I seen on X the other day.
Dude, Mr. Ballin.
I haven't seen Mr. Ballin yet.
No, that's what he was. It's like a story of.
Oh yeah. He just
And
tells
then you
like,
think
crazy
could
stories.
You let a cult leader brainwash you enough to do that?
Dude, he probably would get my ass.
You think so?
Dude, I mean, if he's pretty
I'd be like,
convincing.
yeah, killing innocents. Yeah, I got you.
I got you covered.
whatever, if he's got stuff to offer.
No, I don't think so, and here's why. Because I think by this point, it's like you already would have gotten. It's like you would
Because
have.
there's so many out.
Yeah, it's like there
You already
are.
got what you got.
So it's like I mean, there have been so many weird cults like there that have popped up here and there, and it's weird because you find out about them after the fact. Like there was one that was in California in this. I want to say it was like the 30s or 20s or something like that. It was like the God, I was reading about it the one day. It was like the cult of the invincible sign or something like that. Some weird, they were, and they by the end of it they got caught like animal sacrifices, and they think they actually killed a couple of people. And
Yep, that's where they start. There was this.
Yeah, that's where they start.
There was this guy that called into work one time that needed a tire done. Matt was working with me. He said, he was like, yeah, cut us a deal. It's a church in the woods. So Matt's like, I'm curious to see what's going on with his church in the woods. Did I tell you guys about this?
No,
you told me a little bit of it.
no, I never heard it.
Well, he was like hauling shit out of the woods. Like he was creating like this big patio and all this stuff for like people to play yoga music and do like yoga and shit. And he'd call it church in the woods. I'm like,
Church in the Woods. Go on
he
back.
fed me beans, and I'm like, I called it. Me and Matt are back at it, and he's like cooking beans over a stove. I'm like, you're vegan? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I could totally fucking tell. His beans were delicious.
Some weird hippie.
Oh, you
cult.
guys ate his beans?
Oh yeah.
I would have never have touched that because, like, you ever heard "Don't drink the Kool-Aid," man?
He was not as fucking boss as Jim Jones.
Okay.
This guy was
Weird
pretty
question
put-
though. Are you guys weird about eating food that is offered to you from random people?
Yes.
Because I totally am. Like I don't
don't.
eat like especially.
I'm like, they're like, hey, take this home. I'm like, yeah. And I like,
If I don't know you,
No, I'll just be like, I'll just straight up be
window.
like, nah, I'm good. Thank you though. I'm not hungry.
But he
You
said
know?
there was like no drinking back there, but they're all gonna do hallucinogens
Yeah.
and yoga
Yeah.
and bring people in. I
And
was like,
fucking-
I know what you guys are doing. Yeah. Shit. He was like this rich guy that was like his dad was rich and he ran his own company, and this is what he was doing as his off time. Up by Jackson.
Yeah.
I bet Matt knows where it's at.
Yoga orgies. Yeah.
Oh yeah, where shit was about to happen. This summer is probably gonna be booming. I might go check it out.
probably shouldn't.
He like comes back, his whole head is just shaved completely bald. He's just like, hey guys, they're just totally different.
My fucking eyes are this big.
like they
I have seen the universe.
they were operating on your brain.
I might go check them out.
Like, just move this wire here.
Well, I think we probably ended on that one, fellas.
Yeah.
Freaking running it, going
I
with
feel
it.
better about.
Praise the Lord. That's a good thing. Hey guys, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell notifications. Yo, we're at like
Pumpitating.
1,120
Pumpitating.
subscribers. Let's get up to that 2,000, man.
I got-
Heck yeah.
Population.
We'll catch you guys on the next one. And yeah, fellas, that was freaking awesome.
Good
That
stuff.
went good.